Hello and welcome. My name is Neil Elder, and this is Group 2's presentation of the Seven Lucky Gods pilgrimage. The pilgrimage route that we will cover is in Yanaka, which is in the north of Tokyo near Ueno Park. The temples to be visited in this pilgrimage are Togakuji, Seiyunji, Shushoin, Tennoji, Chowanji, Gokokuin, and Bentendo. They may be visited in any order that the pilgrim wishes, but are laid out relatively linearly so that it's easiest to start either at the northernmost or southernmost sites and walk in one direction. For the pilgrims, the temples are open to the public from January the 1st through the 10th from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. The total distance walked for this route is roughly 5 kilometers, so it can be accomplished all in one day, or you may split it into several if you so wish. And with that being said, ikimashou, let's get started. So our first stop will be at Togakuji. This temple belongs to the Shingon Buddhist sect and has been in Tokyo since the 1600s. It's a good place to begin the pilgrimage due to its close proximity to Tabata Station. It's a short 6-minute walk from the station to get to the temple. The first of the 7 gods that is visited here is Fukurokuji. Fukurokuji is normally associated with wisdom and longevity, but is listed as the god of popularity in this particular pilgrimage. Since this is the first stop for many of the pilgrims, the temple really did it up and made it kind of more for all 7, and they even have a special garden that is only open during the pilgrimage times, dedicated to all 7 lucky gods. Another feature of the temple are the Neo statues, which can be seen out front. You can even see them in the picture here, which are guardians of the Buddha. You can see they're covered in red paper. It's said that if you hang a red paper from both of them in the spot where you have some ailment or physical pain, that you can pray for healing and it will go away. Now here we can see the garden for Togakuji, and if you look on top of the rock here, you'll see Ebisu is sitting with his fishing pole. And this brings us neatly to our next stop, which is Seiyunji Temple, where the pilgrims go and visit Ebisu. Though it houses the Shinto deity Ebisu, this temple is of the Rinzai Zen school of Buddhism. During the Edo period, this temple was particularly popular for viewing the sakura, or the cherry blossoms. As previously stated, Ebisu is the god that's enshrined here, and he is described as the god of prosperity and wealth, food and fishing, for this particular pilgrimage. Another feature of this temple is that it has a monument to the Edo period writer Takizawa Bakin. He is famous for writing the chronicles of the 8 Dog Heroes and the strange tales of the Crescent Moon. And here we can get a little better view of the entrance to Seiyunji Temple, as well as a look at Ebisu as he is enshrined here at this temple. Fukurokuju in the previous and Ebisu at this one, they're both only able to be visited by pilgrims during the New Year pilgrimage time and not the whole year round.
Hello, my name is Marin Matute, and I am doing the next temple on the Yanaka pilgrimage, which is the Shushoin Temple, where people will worship the lucky god Hote. the god of fortune and happiness, and the guardian of children. The Yanaka pilgrimage continues southwards in the direction of Tokyo and is located approximately between Nishi-Nippori and Nippori. Shushoin Temple is relatively close and south of the previous temple, Sei-Unji Temple. The pilgrimage to the Yanaka Shichi-Fukujin was considered the oldest pilgrimage during the Edo period and was and currently is an important annual tradition during the New Year in Japan. The area where the Shushoin Temple stands was a popular area during the Edo period for its surroundings of nature. According to the Old Tokyo website, it states Shushoin was established in Nerimaku in 1573, but this Nichiren Buddhist temple was moved to its current location in 1663. Due to their gardens, which included shrubs and flowering trees, the Shushoin Temple and the Sei-Unji Temple are both known to be Hanama Dera, or the flower viewing temples. The temple is surrounded by a gated area with pink walls and a variety of pictures of Hote with and without children. I think the reason why the temples are pink is to set up a comforting and innocent approach to those entering the temple. It can also represent cherry blossoms, since the temple is known for hanami, or cherry blossom viewing. The outside of the temple has a small garden in front of the entrance of the temple that contains many plants, cherry blossoms, and other flowers. It is also the first temple on the Yanaka pilgrimage when you are required to take your shoes off before entering inside. Since the temple is designed as a Nichiren Buddhist temple, it makes sense why this temple worships Hote, the god of fortune. It is because many people's interpretations of him is that they view him as a Buddha. The reason why he is viewed as a Buddha is due to his origins as a 10th century Chinese monk, from his name meaning monk Hote in Japanese and Budai in Chinese. Hote's purpose is to bring good fortune and prosperity. His image displays a carefree and joyous expression which promotes happiness to those going on the Yanaka pilgrimage.
Hi everyone, my name is Annette Knabel, and I am excited to be sharing my part of the Yanaka 7 Lucky Gods pilgrimage with you. I'm focusing on Temple 4, Tennoji, and Temple 5, Choanji. These temples are not only spiritually significant, but also deeply connected to the history and charm of the Yanaka neighborhood. Yanaka is located in northeastern Tokyo, and it is one of the few areas that survived the World War II bombings. It's preserved its traditional wooden homes, narrow alleys, and peaceful atmosphere. And it's known for its old town vibe, where you'll find artists, craftspeople, and a slower pace of life. Popular spots here include Yanaka Ginza, which is a retro shopping street filled with local snacks and souvenirs, and Yanaka Cemetery, where people flock to see the cherry blossoms each year. It's also the final resting place of the last shogun, Tokugawa Yoshinobu. The 7 Lucky Gods pilgrimage is a New Year tradition in Japan. People visit 7 temples or shrines to honor each of the 7 lucky gods, believed to bring good fortune for the year ahead. The Yanaka route is considered one of the oldest in Tokyo. It's a 5 to 6 kilometer walk and is usually done between January 1st and the 10th. Participants collect goshuen, or temple stamps, on a special paper called shikishi, which becomes a lucky charm for them throughout the year. Temple 4 is Tennoji. Its associated god is Bishamonten. He's the god of warriors, and he's the protector of the righteous. Tennoji is the oldest temple in Yanaka, and it was founded in 1274. It originally belonged to the Nichiren sect of Buddhism, but later became part of the Tendai school of Buddhism. This temple is known for its bronze Buddha statue from 1690 and a tranquil garden that reflects the peaceful spirit of the Yanaka neighborhood. Bishamonten is one of the 7 lucky gods and is often depicted in armor, holding a spear and a pagoda. He symbolizes justice, protection, and the distribution of wealth. His presence at Tennoji reinforces the temple's historical role as a guardian of the community. During the Edo period, Tennoji hosted lotteries, making it a lively center of local activity. Today it remains quiet but spiritually rich, and it is an important destination on the pilgrimage route. Temple 5 is Chowanji. Its associated god is Jirojin, which is the god of longevity and wisdom. Chowanji is small but historically significant, nestled in the residential streets of Yanaka. Though its modest size, it plays an important role in the 7 Lucky Gods pilgrimage. Jirojin is the god of longevity and scholarly wisdom. He's depicted with a long white beard, a staff, and a scroll that contains the lifespan of all living beings. His gentle and kind demeanor and association with health and wisdom make him a popular figure during the New Year visits. Visitors come to Chowanji to pray for long life and good health, especially during the New Year season. This temple's quiet charm and spiritual focus make it a meaningful stop on the pilgrimage. The Yanaka pilgrimage is not sponsored by the city directly, it's rather sponsored by the temples themselves and the local community. And monks at each temple provide the stamps, and the route is supported by the neighborhood, volunteers, and small businesses along the route. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a nice day.
Good afternoon. My name is Gaetano, and I'll be finishing our journey through the Yanaka pilgrimage with the 6th and 7th temple. The 6th temple of the Yanaka pilgrimage is the Gokokun temple. It's located slightly south of the Choanji temple, just outside of the Ueno Park. The Gokokun temple worships Daigukoten, the god of wealth, farmers, prosperity, and fortune. Gokokun is one of the 36 sub-temples of Kaneinji, also called Shakado. It was built by Imetsu, the 3rd Tokugawa shogun, in 1630 until it was burned down in 1717 and later rebuilt in 1722. On the 25th anniversary of the fall of Osaka Castle, Iemitsu presented an image of Daikoku-ten to the highest-ranking Buddhist priest in the Gokokuen Temple, and since then it has become a temple who worships one of the 7 gods of luck, Daikoku-ten. Gokokuen Temple is considered a hidden gem in the Yanaka pilgrimage due to its beauty. The temple is filled with different depictions of Daikoku-ten, and as you can see on the picture on the right, Daikoku-ten is depicted carrying a sack and a mallet while standing on a bale of rice. The sack is said to be filled with wealth and wisdom. The mallet is a magical mallet, like the Greeks' cornucopia, and is said to miraculously produce anything you desire when struck. True believers tend to strike a ritualistic mallet on the ground 3 times and make a wish as part of a ritual worshiping Daikoku-ten. Unlike other temples, the stamp is collected within the Gokokuen Temple, where there's a designated area where people can freely roam and admire its inner beauty. The 7th and final temple in the Yanaka pilgrimage is the Benten-do Temple. It worships the only female goddess among the 7 gods of luck, Bensai-ten. The temple sits within the lake in Ueno Park in the island Bentenjima. It was built in 1625 by the Buddhist monk Tenkai, and it was modeled after another temple, Shikobushima, which also sits on an island. The original temple was destroyed in a bombing during World War II. Although, fortunately, the statue of Bensai-ten survived the bombing and is now enshrined in the main hall of the temple. On the top left picture, we can see the lotus plants surrounding the southern side of the temple. Lotus plants are a Buddhist symbol of purity. Buddhist ceremonies of compassion were held at the pond in which birds, turtles, fish were set free, earning the name as the Pond of Release. The island could only be reached via boat, but in 1672, a bridge was built so spectators could travel to the temple. Bensai-ten, also called Benten, was originally an Indian river goddess. As still in Japan, she is associated with water and her temples are usually built near rivers and lakes. She's often shown holding a kind of lute called a biwa, and as you can see on the picture on the right, there are large sculptures of biwa around the Benten-do temple. The last image on the bottom left is the entrance to the main hall, which enshrines the surviving statue of Bensai-ten. And with that, this concludes our journey through the Yanaka pilgrimage. And this is our works cited page. Thanks for watching.